If you're not literally like their couples therapist or anything like that, and you're offering testimony in the situation as like maybe not an expert, but someone who is very knowledgeable in like abuse or whatever, most of the time you're going to be a quack. I'm not sure if you saw this already. Public freak out. Johnny Depp's reaction to a bizarre psychologist.
Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you. You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
What the fuck?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street.
What is that guy doing? What the fuck? What is he doing with his face? The fact that they can both keep pursuing these lawsuits against each other kind of demonstrates the power wealth provides, though. I mean, yeah. Well, newsflash, yes. It was buffering. What in the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is this? Dude based his expert opinion on Pirates of the Caribbean. Looks like he has dentures and maybe he's gumming. The best was when the lawyer asked this question, Jude, about Marlon Brando. What was he doing? What was he? Is he on Molly? What is that?
But Willy Wonka doesn't matter to you. You see him in that movie, Charlie and Chocolate Factory? Did you look at that one when you were comparing his processing speed?
Do I have to answer that question, Your Honor?
You have to answer questions. Yes, sir.
No, you'll be happy to know I didn't see Willy Wonka I didn't see 21 Jump Street.
What the fuck? Off the perk. Well, I don't know who this fucking... Is this the dude? Is this one of the fucking, like, Amber Heard side psychologists? Yeah, I think this guy had some issues that I don't think we should comment on. Wait, why? What did he do? That's a psychiatrist they review bombed? You have to answer questions. Yes, this dude's a fucking expert witness. Okay, dude, he's off the perk, okay? He's just having a little fun at the trial. That guy has TD. I don't know what is TD. Chat gatekeeping commentary. I know it's not gonna happen. Here's the Marlon Brando bit. Just tics and whatnot. Could be a disorder. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Maybe.
Earpiece.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
So the answer is no, he does not use one now.
No, I used the past tense. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tardive dyskinesia? What the fuck is that? Bro, why do you guys know so much? What the fuck is target? What the fuck? Involuntary neurological movement disorder caused by the use of dopamine receptor blocking drugs that are prescribed to treat certain psychiatric or gastrointestinal conditions. What the fuck is going on, dude? When you take antipsychotics for a long time. Also, why would I know that? I've literally never heard this. Dude, what the fuck? Y'all are insane, dude, okay? The context is he was trying to derive a psychological opinion of Johnny from his acting in Pirates. The guy said he was a narcissist because of his acting in Pirates, and that was the retort. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people with conditions like bipolar and schizophrenia because of the meds. It makes you jerk around and do weird movements, similar to Parkinson's, but caused by RX drugs. All these smarties in the chat. How the fuck do you know that? Why is there like 11 million people in my chat that knew that and immediately said that? Am I supposed to know that? What the fuck is wrong with you? You also miss Amber Heard's Twitter expert. That was an experience. Okay, show me. All right, fuck it, YOLO. Show me this shit. Okay, where are we at? What is it? Law and Order, Law and Crime Network. These motherfuckers are making out like bandits up here, dude. They are. Law and Crime Network is the true winner of this fucking trial. Like a gorillion people watching them every goddamn day. I actually went to school. Damn it, there's 27,000 people. At least one of us has got to know that. Okay, what is this? Why did you call Johnny Depp an idiot? Psychiatrist argues Johnny Depp's lawyer. Psychiatrist infers that Johnny Depp gaslighted Amber Heard throughout the relationship. Psychiatrist saved Johnny Depp's behavior. Is this the one? Is that the one where it's like weird? Or let's see the idiot one.
During your deposition, what were the circumstances under which you decided to call Mr. Depp an idiot?
Under somebody call Mr. Depp an idiot?
Yeah, you called Mr. Depp an idiot in your deposition. Why?
Oh, I think. Okay. So I think it was in the context. I think it was in the. You probably should read the context of it, because I think the context was, and I'm trying to think back, okay? And what I thought it was related to was if you're coming to some deposition, okay? And again, I'm thinking back, so you have it in front of you. I don't. So I'm thinking back where he's coming in from Europe for a deposition, video deposition that he gave, and he took an overnight the night before. And what I think I said was that if you're going to do a major thing to a trial that you're involved with, I think you'd be an idiot to come in the night before.
All right.
So I didn't call Mr. Depp an idiot. I certainly called that planning an idiot. I didn't call him an idiot.
So the words, so I mean he's an idiot, are mistranscribed?
No, I'm sure. Again, if I said it in that, if you're just reading one line, one snippet, I'm sure it was in the context I just said. But again, you have it in front of you. I don't.
Yeah. Is idiot a professional opinion?
I wasn't rendering professional opinion.
Yeah.
No.
Is it a psychiatric opinion?
And that follows the Goldwater rule.
How does it follow the?
Well, you just said that I'm not rendering a professional opinion. I just said idiot. That's not a.
No, so idiot is not a professional opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, these lawyers are fucking eating his ass in the QRTs, dude. I mean, these guys are fucking hawks, dude. It's a debate Lord Andy's to the maximum. He's peak LA Hollywood psychiatrist. He's an expert in the field of interpersonal domestic violence, as well as the use of drugs and its relations to abuse.
Is it your practice to describe?
Well, it doesn't even matter, because it seems like they are fucking tearing his ass up in the QRTs.
Describe people as idiots?
In my practice, describe people. In my practice, no, I don't describe people my clinical cases as idiots, or patients as idiots, or victims as idiots. No, sir.
But you sat for a deposition in this case and described the plaintiff as an idiot, correct?
You gave me 9 hours of deposition, and if I said the word idiot, it was an idiot in planning. It wasn't making him an idiot. I don't know Mr. Depp's IQ. I don't know his overall functioning. So therefore, if I said it, it was an idiot in planning, which is what I meant to come across as.
All right. So you did say you don't know his overall functioning, but you made some testimony today as to some evaluations you made relative to his functioning. You would agree with me that it's probably a good idea to think about the questions that are asked you in a court proceeding before answering them.
Am I allowed to answer that question?
Yes.
Okay. So what I meant by function, what I said by function, I believe that his agent reported how late he was showing up to every movie while the cast is waiting for him. I believe that would be an impairment. If I showed up late for that, I would not be here right now, would not have a job. Okay? I believe the thing.
Bro, how is this guy a fucking professional if that, like, he can do that kind of assessment? I thought, like, secondhand, bro, I thought secondhand considerations like this
that were negative
are like, you know, it's like unacceptable in psychiatry. Am I wrong? But Fartlow, this is the most bizarre cross-examination. Spiegel is a phenomenal witness, relentless and unshakable. Oh, God, it's an L. You can't fucking be like, yeah, I think I'm making an assessment that Johnny Depp is a narcissist because he's late to fucking movies. Like, what? You're wrong? What do you mean I'm wrong? What the fuck? What are you talking about, dude? You think the defense is going to propose a valid expert? Unethical? Yeah, that was Depp's lawyer's argument at one point. No, you can't fucking say someone is a narcissist by your... You can't not interview Johnny Depp personally and then fucking make assessments off of like hearsay. You can't. That's not acceptable. Obviously, this is not a criminal trial, so in this situation, it doesn't matter. The standards are much lower in a civil trial, in a defamation suit, and it's all about like trying to change the attitude that people have, but. If this motherfucker never interviewed Johnny Depp personally, if he was never in any capacity Johnny Depp's, if he had no relationship with Johnny Depp other than just like an assessment that he's making off of like his movies and shit, that's insane. I don't know how the fuck that. I don't even understand how that is allowed. This is a wild He didn't say he diagnosed him as a narcissist for that. I mean, him saying that this is like, he's an expert witness. What are you talking about? He's an expert witness. Why do you think they have him on there? Because they think he's like jovial and they love him or something? No, that's precisely why he's there, dude. What? If he's an expert witness called upon by the defense to talk about Johnny Depp's abusive attitude in the relationship, then yes, he is. Expert witnesses are allowed to give opinion testimony. No, I understand, but like that's the point. The point is that he's like doing a diagnosis, a lighter version of a diagnosis. No, I haven't seen Morbius. Why the fuck does everyone keep asking me if I've seen Morbius? I never watched Morbius. I do not want to watch Morbius. The only thing I want to watch is the top of the hour ad break. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. It's called a peer review and it is allowed. I handled insurance lawsuits. The other option is a dependent medical exam, which would involve interviewing the patient rather than just reading their medical record history. Peer reviews have a different purpose from a diagnosis.
Was in terms of balking out of treatment for substance rehab that his doctor is prescribing.
Thank you, Zankamek, for the 10
So if
gift
you're
subs.
asking me if that's an impairment of functioning, I would say I'm very much substantiated in that.
I'm trying to understand how you got to this notion of cognitive decline. And I thought it was based at least in part on the manner in which he testified.
I'm sorry, what?
On the manner in which he testified.
On the manner, I'm sorry, I'm not being difficult. I can't hear. I'm sorry. On what?
I was asking you about the cognitive decline
Yes.
testimony that you made.
Yes.
And it was my understanding that at least a portion of that testimony that you rendered was that you derived some evidence of cognitive decline from the way Mr. Depp testified.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's what I said. Yes.
Right. And
I think the bar for witnesses were already lowered when they questioned people who employed by Depp to professionally protect his image, like his butler. Yeah, except those are people that are not offering expert testimony. They're eyewitnesses. After that, they're the only people that you can rely on for an account on what happened in particular instances. Why are you comparing having like a butler or the fucking door guy at the apartment complex that they were in to someone who's being called in as a abuse expert, dude? They were there. What do you want them to fucking close their eyes and you know, plug their ears and be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. This guy maybe he's not an expert, but is billed as an expert in this situation. So his analysis is a little bit more important than the analysis, or not even the analysis, but like the fucking witness testimony.
And so all I'm asking you is, don't you think it's a good idea when you're in the middle of a court proceeding to answer questions carefully?
Again, professionally, we diagnose patients with a neurocog disorder by gross evaluation all the time with cognitive. On the thought that, again, age normal controls, I'm just saying, age normative controls does not put a 58-year-old gentleman at that processing. That's all I'm saying. That's all I said.
And you derived this without ever once talking to the man.
Me directly talking to him. Because we know how I derived it. So you're talking about me directly talking to him?
Yeah, you never talked.
No, I've never talked to him.
Right. And this exam you gave, well, you did talk about Dr. Blaustein, right?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that the entirety of Dr. Blaustein's medical records are 12 pages of handwritten notes.
The important...
This guy's saying too much. Oh my God, he's going to get fucked up by some board. Dude, are you crazy? There's an entire industry of people like this. As a matter of fact, people use the other side of this all the time. I don't know if this guy does that too, but like there is an entire industry of expert witnesses dedicated to like shitting on women when they come out with their personal accounts of like being victim to domestic violence, domestic abuse, and sexual assault. There's like a very famous, I forget who it is, but there's this very famous expert witness that wrote like one article many, many years ago about memory and how like false memories can be created in the mind of a victim. And that person makes millions of dollars specifically going on. Oh, is it this one? Yep, Elizabeth Loftus. Damn, chat is so good sometimes. This is one of those times. Yeah, Elizabeth Loftus is an American psychologist who's best known in relation to the misinformation effect, false memory, and criticism of recovered memory therapies. Her entire job revolves around going to court, getting multiple millions of dollars to specifically say victims lie, or they don't even know that they're lying. They actually just have false memories planted in their brains. Yeah. She's a professional gaslighter, okay? Who's girl bossing and gatekeeping and slay queening. This is literally her job, is to go to multiple pretty much every fucking time someone is raped a woman or whatever, they call up Elizabeth Loftus and she comes in to be like, false memory. Probably a false memory. Yeah, I think she was at the Maxwell trial as well. Yes. Ghislaine Maxwell, Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, and a lot of these expert witnesses are just like charlatans, so, you know.
Part was what I said. For me, as an example of cognition, which I'm trying to prove, which is what you asked me, the important part was what I said. And that was irrefutable.
You're saying that the only common thread of these rapes is Elizabeth Loftus? Open and shut case, throw the book at her? Wait, what? Butler has mastery over all forms of the household. This includes domestic abuse as it takes place at the home. What are you saying? Is there some sort of legal standing about how you can't psychoanalyze people via TV appearances? I remember this coming up after Trump won the presidency. I'm pretty sure the American Medical Association is very much against psychiatrists openly coming out, and there was a case on this. Like, psychiatrists are not allowed to offer medical opinions about people that they haven't seen by their TV appearances. The Goldwater rule, yes. So, I mean, a bunch of psychiatrists like actually fucking violated that, but yeah, here. Fact, 1,189 psychiatrists say Goldwater is psychologically unfit to be president. When providing opinions on psychological characteristics, the Goldwater rule is Section 7 of the American Psychiatric Association's Principle of Medical Ethics, which states that psychiatrists have a responsibility to participate in activities contributing to the improvement of the community and the betterment of public health, but they should not give a professional opinion about public figures whom they have not examined in person and from whom they have not obtained consent to discuss their mental health public statements. It's named after the former U.S. Senator and 1964 presidential nominee, Barry Goldwater. So that's where that comes from. Like, psychiatrists are not, they are, this guy called the Goldwater rule a guideline. Doesn't mean they can't. No, of course, especially if you're an expert if you're an expert witness, then yeah, you're definitely going to do that all the time. That's kind of your whole fucking point, is violating that. And it's also, it doesn't matter. This is how a lot of these people make their money.
The important part is that he gave the mini mental status exam?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's talk about the mini mental status exam. Scored on a 30-point scale, right?
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. If you are not a primary caregiver, if you're not literally like their couples therapist or their fucking counselor or anything like that, and you're offering testimony in the situation as like maybe not an expert, but someone who is very knowledgeable in like abuse or whatever, most of the time you're going to be a quack. That's why I care a lot more about the marriage counselor that actually dealt with both Johnny Depp and Amber Heard than someone like this. Because a bunch of these dudes straight up make money off of just being this way and violating like medical ethics. He argued against Depp's lawyer for like 10 minutes that if you enforce the Goldwater rule, you have to throw out all expert witness testimony.
And it's an exam that basically is most often used for Alzheimer's, dementia, those kind of testing.
It's an exam that tests cognition in all psychiatric illnesses, not just Alzheimer's. It was made for dementia for Alzheimer's, but has been the standard for testing cognition in all psychiatric illness, substance use disorders included.
Okay. Now, there is an element of that exam that requires drawing, correct?
Yes.
So you don't know what drawing Mr. Depp did or whether the drawing should have been fully scored.
I wasn't questioning his visual spatial perceptual skills. which is what that does.
Right. And you don't know what score Mr. Depp received on the exam.
I was very specific. I know 3 words, not remembering at 5 minutes. That's all I said.
3 words, not remembering 5 minutes, and he remembered one of them, right?
From what I understand, you didn't remember any of them.
All right. Memory on the exam, out of the 30 points, what's it worth? 3. 3, right? Memory is 3 out of the 30.
Yeah, memory's 3.
Okay.
But again, the memory section in and of itself tests memory. That's the only question that tests memory. Only section that actually tests memory.
So the memory section tests memory. It's the only section you testified about. And for all you know, that with respect to the exam that you're relying on, Mr. Depp scored 27 out of 30.
And that would be telling, though, cognitive, if you score 27 out of 30 and you miss 3 points on memory. That would be very telling.
You don't know if Mr. Depp had been
Wait, what the
up all
fuck?
night the night before.
Again,
Wait, why is that? Wait, I don't understand. Is that bad? I literally don't know how the cognitive tests work, but like 3 minus 3 points is telling of what? That he has like insanely good memory? What is that shitty? Really? I don't know. 3 is nothing. Below 23 is abnormal. The MMSE is not supposed to be used as a one-off type of thing. You want to look at the trend versus one-off. Someone could have an off day. Plus, if you want to look at the memory, there are way better tests to use. I just know he's saying those 3 points are the only memory points. My work deals with it. Unless you're straight out of your mind reality, you get a 30-30. He's saying that losing 3 points all in the same section is bad. Oh, okay.
and you wouldn't expect to not recall any words at 3 minutes unless there's a cognitive issue.
You don't know if Mr. Depp was high.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Fucking nailed that assessment. Donald Trump. Let's call it out. I just want to give a round of applause to Donald Trump, who actually fucking did that perfectly. Woman, man, camera, TV. Remember, dude, he was like, yeah, many of you can't do this. Turns out Johnny Depp can't do it. You know who can? A capable and sexy American president.
And again, now that could affect memory, but I'm not refuting that. I'm not refuting that at all. He could have been high, he could have been
And Donald
drunk,
Trump wears
he could have been
diapers.
using cocaine, and that would absolutely affect his
fucking
memory.
knocked it
Like
out
what
of the
he said.
park, dude.
Yes, you're right.
So ultimately, you have no idea what state Mr. Depp was in at the time he took the exam that you're relying on.
Short of what you just said about drugs and alcohol, okay, there shouldn't be a reason why a 58-year-old also with strokes and other neurocognitive conditions, but short of that, there shouldn't be a really good reason why someone at that age shouldn't come up with at least one. But
Wait a minute, you started that question with short of.
You didn't realize there were so many psychologists or psychiatrists in the chat? Dude, yeah, they're all fucking, jobless, work from home ass motherfuckers, dude. Of course they're in here and popping off, dude.
Of drugs and alcohol, and spent 35 minutes talking about his use of drugs and alcohol. Isn't that right?
Oh, I'm agreeing. I thought I agreed with you. I think I agreed. I said that drugs and alcohol can absolutely affect cognition. I'm not sure. I agree, but I'm not sure if that's a problem. I agree with you on that.
All right. So you don't know one way or the other how he scored on the exam. You don't know whether he was at the time on drugs and alcohol, but you're going to rely on it in your testimony to say that he's cognitively
Motherfucker,
impaired.
you work from home? Shut up. I didn't say it was right.
Which is what we do in clinical medicine, sir.
Okay. You rely on tests that you don't know when it was administered, you don't know the score of the test, and you don't know the state of the person being tested, but you're going to